It's beginning to look a lot like the ending. Got to be more careful. She's getting impatient, and now I'm dead.
Dear History, I'm writing you this letter because I kind of feel like you forgot about me. It's in the text, 2016. History. What's good, History? No, really, haven't heard anything good in a while. Shade emoji. Left me on red. Messed up. Okay, no problem. Can't ignore me forever. Or can? What's good, History? This is Dre. I figured this exact thing would happen. As soon as you've seen I had a little attraction to mathematics, you probably don't want to talk to me much anymore. It's not like we talked much before anyway, so it's fine. I mean, out of 365 days, you give me what, 28? Oh, every once in a while you slide in 29, but who's counting? That's only 8%. But I'm not here to hold a grudge. Honestly, I want to have a very constructive discussion. And to be true, it's long overdue, and trust me, it never would have been a delay had it not been for the tad bit of respect I used to put on your name, but that's for the birds. Man, I ain't doing that no more. Because I'm tired of trying to think of the safest way to address the situation, only to discover that there isn't one. And you, better than anyone, should understand that we need to have a healthy conversation. I mean, being black puts me at great risk for high blood pressure and diabetes, so let's chill with the chewing up the fat, and let's cut out the sugarcoating. You got a problem and you know it. Because I seen your name written on these rosters for therapy sessions. They just struggled to diagnose you. I could have told them to save you some time and money. Hey, this is History. He's always had a pattern of reaching back into people's past, grabbing fragments of their old dirt, creating sedimentary rocks to throw out of his house made of glass, shattering people's image so when they look into their reflection, all they see is hurt. I heard that it's evidence of a speech impediment. I got you, don't worry about it. Hey, this is History. He's always been repetitious, repeat yourself, repetitious with his victims, forcing them to sit, listen, revisit the newest rendition of their oldest, biggest issue. I kid you not. Now when it comes to me, my queen, our kids, or any matter surrounded around those black lives, you best take your time when you speak. I'm not begging you, and this is not a threat. I'm telling you, History. You can't repeat yourself. Because there's never been a time in this nation that has been great for my race.
Yes.
You see, we don't mind living our dreams while we sleep because we walk in nightmares while we're awake.
Yes.
From the time that Emmett Till was killed, we are Philando Cast still in the same place. Just black problems and white privilege. And in between, a lot of shades of Freddie Gray. It's even sad to say. In the year of 2016 and 17, my wife and I take a day off of work, wear a t-shirt, tethered jeans. It's very unlikely we'd be seen as a pedigree of people who together have obtained several degrees. Instead, they'd see that's a misdemeanor and that's a potential felony. It makes me wish Melody wasn't intelligent as she is. My daughter poses questions that leave me, helpless. Like, I love Donald Trump, Daddy. Will he be the new president? True story. It was the scariest thing I've seen. Another question. Hey, we learned paleontology in school, Daddy. Do humans have bones? True story. Or my favorite one, and I really need help with this one. Hey, is Mommy talking to a good cop or a bad cop? 4 years old is far too young for her to really understand these life lessons. My daughter poses a question that gives me the effect of Eric Garner's officer's biceps. I'm breathless. I can't believe this is happening at such a young age. And clearly, my childhood and her childhood would be different. That's because my hood and my child's hood is completely different. I mean, we grew up playing cops and robbers. It was just a clear-cut distinction between the good guys and the bad guys. Good guys, always cops. Bad guys, always robbers. Cops, always won. Robbers, always run. But we didn't mind because we could just call the cops anytime a problem comes. But who do we summon if they're the ones who's causing them? History. Woo! If you're going to be repetitious, at least be consistent. Yes. And I insist you do this expeditiously because I now have a son. Langston Andre, first and middle name after some of the greatest authors of their time. His mother, beautiful, writer, producer, and director. His father, teacher, poet. But none of these elements can really help us write the script for his first rehearsal or actual scene of encountering a law enforcement and then he leaves alive. So anyone in the crowd, and history, if you're listening, really, I want you to pick up at this point so I can get an answer to this. If you have any type of assistance, please, Tamir writes quick. My fault. That was a Freudian slip. I intended to say, come here right quick, but I think you caught it. Here's the script that I got so far. Hey, son, you know that toy that your father and all the uncles have been playing with ever since they were a little boy? You will never touch one on Christmas nor on any birthdays because the guns that look really real have really bad magic, son. And if you reach for this artificial gun and pull the fake trigger, somehow a real man will shoot a real bullet and it will hit you in your torso. And even more so, we now have the imagery of cold blood. No, really. Crimson drips down into the winter grass, creating cold blood. We see red dots. It looks like snow blood. And on the hands of the assailants, there is no blood. Son, here's scene 2. I can't look at you in the rear view anymore. Why you take your nap? Because it's tough for me to see you napping. Eyes closed. Resting peacefully. Breathing ever so slow. Because I don't know the moment when you go from being oh so cute to oh no shoot, and then that same image is in the back of my head. Eyes closed. Resting ever so peacefully. Breathing slow. So, problem. Didn't hear none of that, no problem. So, right now, I need you to decide. Like, seriously, the history, I need you to choose a side. You've done this before. You've done wrong side, right side. You've done left side, right side. You've done genocide, homicide. You can try to push us to suicide. If you pick me, I'm going to let the youth decide. I'm going to tell them, hey, people, we either going to strap up our boots and ride, or we going to go corporate and get in our suits and ties. But trust me, we are no longer going to feel this Jewish side. And frankly, who am I? I'm just a nightmare to this American nightmare. A young, educated black male raising other young, educated black males. So look, if you hear this message, the next time we speak, it won't be a phone call. It will be letters after letter after letter. Oh yes, we will be rewriting history. Call me back.